wasn't ready for the rupture. Only passing through, but these words they mean nothing to me. I know that time will end this fracture. I've been lost in a maze at every road I take. Things like things to you.
Sorry?
How was that?
Oh, the stuff. How's yours?
Put something in my hamstring.
Okay, so it's on to leg press now. 4 sets of 25. Don't hurt my knee.
Now the ocean is saturated. Change all the forever, 'cause I've been learning to live with them. And I'm fighting with broken bones. Now the skies have been blinded. I gotta find my way, yes, it's spiraling, but there's a trail. And I'm fighting with broken bones. I've been searching through the rations. Balance like steady in the eye of a storm. When will I finally get the message? Some things are broken, but I'm red. This is my quest to bed. My only list catastrophe. I never had the time to prepare, because I never knew that all my nightmares would come true.
And the session is finished. It was good, but not amazing. The high reps kind of made me want to vomit. How was it for you, love?
Blah.
That. You heard it. It's time for breakfast now. I'll show you what we're having in a minute. We're back. It's the next day. I didn't film anything more yesterday because shit got pretty boring. We just chilled and watched TV. Tomorrow it's back to work for me, so I'm off to get a haircut and do some necessary shopping for the week ahead, because I won't have the free time that I have had in the last few weeks now. So we're going to get a haircut, then we're off to Mall of Africa. And we're pulling up back to the gym because I'm a lazy asshole and my hairdresser has his place at the gym. So this is where I train, get my car washed, get my haircut, and actually got my latest tattoo. So things are pretty central here. I enjoy it. See you guys after the haircut. So I'm back home and I don't look like an absolute barbarian anymore because I had my haircut. I didn't get my grocery shopping done because I threw a temper tantrum in the line at the grocery store because it was like 55 people long and it wasn't moving at all, so I'm gonna have to go do that later. Basically, long story short, I just wanted to put this into context. The reason why Fats and I are doing this is because this is really the first time that we've done kind of like a body transformation together. I've competed about 6 times now. When I met Fat about 5 years ago, she was doing CrossFit. Since then, she's been in and out of the gym with me, doing more bodybuilding style stuff. But we've never really focused on it together. This will be the first time that we're doing that. So every time I compete, I wish that by the time the end comes, I wish that I'd been more detailed in terms of keeping notes and knowing, what I weighed in at a certain point in my prep, how my strength was, what supplements I was using, what my diet was like. And I never do it. And then during my next prep, I realized why I don't do it, which is because it is fucking annoying to be taking notes every day. So doing the videos and all that kind of stuff is really just for ourselves, for posterity's sake. I know the chances are we aren't going to get a lot of views on this kind of thing, but I think it's going to be awesome to be able to look back in the future and see what we were doing at this time, because you very easily forget as time goes on. So that's really why we're doing this. The way that we're doing it is essentially that we're working with a coach, somebody that I have wanted to work with for many years now, and I guess getting Fats into the process is kind of what motivated me to finally do it. It's Paul Rivella from PHYSIQUE. So even though we're based in South Africa and he's based in Florida, he's working with us remotely. So far it has been only 8 weeks, but it's been an awesome experience so far, because he's really one of the only coaches I've worked with that uses flexible dieting and tracking macros, which is the way that I've been doing things for the last 4 or 5 years now. And it just works out much more advantageous to have somebody coaching you who subscribes to the same nutritional methodology, I guess. So we're doing that together. It's been 8 weeks. We've both seen some pretty awesome changes. Week 1, I started out on 190 grams of protein, 210 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat on training days. And then refeed days, which were twice a week, was 170 grams of protein, 280 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. Immediately after the first week, because I dropped from 192 pounds to 188 pounds, so it's roughly 2 kilograms in the first week. So that being quite a substantial drop, considering that I was already really relatively lean when we started. I think Paul felt like it was necessary to give me more food, and we changed that to 180 protein, 245 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat on training days, and then refeed days, 170 grams of protein, 320 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. So the main difference really between this and anything I've ever done before is that I have 2 refeed days, but no cheat meals as such. I've always used cheat meals, whether it be at times once a month, sometimes twice a month, sometimes once a week. But I've always had those cheat meals versus the refeed day. And there, obviously, your overall calories tend to be a lot higher. And with the refeed days, even though your calories go up slightly, it's predominantly your carbs that are going up with a slight decrease in protein and fat. I wouldn't say that I've necessarily seen a huge difference in terms of net weight loss per week or per month versus between the two. But what I have noticed is that obviously you don't get that big jump in weight for the couple of days after your cheat meal, which having a cheat meal is nice, but when you get that big jump in weight, it can kind of be a little bit demotivating for the next few days to see your weight fluctuate that much. So we haven't seen that, and I'm quite enjoying that, to be honest. We did have one cheat meal, which is a free meal on my birthday. That's the reason why on the 1st of January we had Pizza Hut, as I will tend to opt for. But interestingly enough, that being said, I actually dropped about 0.5 kilogram the day after that cheat meal. So that was quite interesting. So right now, apart from our macros, I started out on 40 minutes of cardio 5 days a week, and that stayed the same the whole time through. I've been continuing to see progress, so there's been no need to change that. And all I've done is a little bit just change the intensity on that. So I've increased the incline over the 8-week period. And other than that, not much else has changed. I'm training weight training 5 days a week. So I train a lower body power day, an upper body power day, shoulders and arms, then I take a rest day, then I do another upper body day, and then another lower body day. So also the training split is quite different versus what I've done before, which has been more typical, just one body part on a day, where there I was probably training 6 days a week, sometimes even 7 days a week. But what I found, interestingly enough, which I kind of assumed would be the case, is that having those 2 rest days thrown in has actually helped quite a lot. I'm just not as fatigued, I'm not as sore, my recovery is better. So even though my mentality is to train 7 days a week, it seems as though, at least on the surface of it over this 8 weeks, that having the 2 rest days actually really helps. And those are full rest days, because right now I'm doing my 5 days of weight training, my 5 days of cardio on the same days. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Basically as of Friday, which will be, what's the date there? Friday will be the 8th. That will be exactly 12 weeks out from my first show of the year. So that's really what this has turned into. It was going to be kind of a body transformation that Fats and I did together. What it's turned into is the same thing, but it's ending with me competing, and Fats has actually entered the official Pro Physique transformation competition, which kicks off a little bit later this month and I think ends at the end of April. So where I compete on the 2nd of April, which is the day after her birthday, she's still going to be finishing a transformation contest until the end of April. So that's where we are now. Yeah, I'm going to try and update this weekly, just as a reminder as to where we are and what we're doing every week. And yeah, whoever watches it, great. Let us know if you enjoy it. If you don't, I'm going to continue doing it anyway, because like I said, it's more for us. So yeah, see you later.